Well, everybody, we are your hosts. I am Blazing Dragon. The guy that you see over there with the cowboy hat, his name is GENExMAVRICK. We are going to be doing a series called Retro Game Reviews.
Sponsored by Mountain Dew.
Yeah, we wished anyway. But we're going to be doing reviews over different games between the old platforms. I'm talking the old console platforms of Sega Genesis. We might even do Atari, may do Super Nintendo,
Atari.
Yeah. And if you can see that game he has in his hands, which was E.T., that was the most horrid fucking game I've ever played in my whole entire life. But other than that, we do have a lot of games that we're going to play. What you see before you is actually an emulator. We do have a lot of the games we will eventually be doing within the console itself, but if we do not have the cartridge right offhand, we will be using an emulator, so that way we can test the games and we can tell you what we think. I played most of these games when I was a kid, and I still enjoy them to this day. But
now, one reason why we are using the emulator tonight, yeah, see, I do have the physical cartridge of Uniracers here, but since we live in opposite towns and whatnot, it's just easier for us to use an emulator and play online together that way.
Yeah, he lives about 2.5, close to 3 hours away from where I currently live, so that's going to be kind of hard to do actual streams of us both playing the game and reviewing it at the same time. We thought about doing, like, if Gene was going to do a review, he plays the game while I watch, and everybody else can watch as well, and we can have our own little opinion of what we all think about the game, and then him and I would give the numbers of what we think the game is from a certain percentage. We're doing the number format at this current time, so we haven't had a conclusion of how that's actually going to go down. That's why we're doing test runs, and we're doing a lot of this to get the kinks out of the way so it flows perfectly. Gino, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a game. We're just going to do random games that we have on the emulator, and we're going to test them out. You guys can kind of have fun and watch them, and just tell us if you're hearing any game sound.
Man, come on, we got to play this game. Come on.
Fuck you and your zombie hunter.
Fine.
I don't know this. What's that? No. That's a hell no. No.
That one.
You got Robbie?
Yeah, he's back there in the box.
You got the gyros?
Yeah, I got everything for him for this.
You ever seen the Angry Video Game Nerd video? Yeah,
here's a game for us to play.
No, what? Any girls in this? They'd probably love to play that. You asked me that question, I'm like, no.
Okay, fine. Here.
What's that?
Serious Sam.
Serious Sam collection.
It's for the 360.
I see that. I don't think that's so much of a retro game, though. It's more like a today game.
How about a Mega Man ripoff?
Totally rad, right? Oh my God. Who is the actual developer of that game?
Jalico.
I've never heard of him. And that's saying something. It must be a real bad Mega Man knockoff if you got the totally red. All right. We're going to try a couple of the different emulator games for you guys, but eventually we will have a lot more to go upon. We actually have a list that extends, what was it we came up with, over a year so far? If we hit it hard?
If we hit every cart, oh shit, dude, we got more than a year.
Well, then there you go. So,
if we go completely back to the Atari, whatnot, like ET and whatnot, if we go through all of them into my Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, virtually every system you can think of, I got a game for. So.
All right. So there's your answer. I mean, the more that we actually are going to be involved with the with all this cool stuff, you're going to see a lot more reviews between different games. So we're going to go ahead and play. Hopefully you got this one up and it'll load.
Hang on, I got to drag and drop these stuff in here real quick.
Okay, go ahead and do that real fast and then get it going. I don't know how many people. I know we've got 3 viewers at the moment. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, one of them's probably me. You got 2 others.
Okay. Well, hello, the other 2 viewers. I don't have my other monitor up. Usually I have 2 monitors running when I do streams, but Gene is mainly my main moderator when it comes to doing streams. But, Gino, you'll have to meet the other moderators once they pop on.
Yeah.
I've added a few since that time. They'll come on. Like TNT, you heard about him yesterday.
TNT.
Corpus, there's TNT, Corpus, Swag at this time, which I don't know if any of those guys are online. But those are additional moderators. Once they pop in, then you'll see them, and they'll say hello, and they'll watch the stream and help you do it if you're involved in the game too. So, all right. Did you get all of that extracted?
Yep, I'm ready to go.
Uniracers, released as Unirally PAL Territories, is a video game created by DMA Design and Nintendo of America for the SNES in North America in December 1994, and in the PAL Territories on April 27, 1995. The game focuses on fast-moving action, and was released to show that the SNES could handle games similar to Sega's popular Sonic games. The gameplay of Uniracers involves racing riderless unicycles around a 2D track. Heavy emphasis is placed on performing stunts. Performing stunts causes the unicycle to go faster on race or circuit tracks, and earn points on stunt tracks. The stunts that can be performed are relatively simple, mostly only involving jumping in the air and rotating about a given axis in 3D space. The idea is to be able to perform these stunts quickly in tight situations while landing the unicycle on its wheel, to avoid wiping out, which results in the loss of accumulated speed. If a long series of stunts are completed before landing, you can receive a message saying, "Dude, flower power," or something similar. Uniracers was known by the working title 1x1 during development. Shortly after the game's release, DMA Design was sued by Pixar for allegedly copying the unicycle design and concept from their 1987 short film Redstream. Mike Daly, one of the developers at DMA Design, commented, "The problem with Pixar was that they seemed to think that any computer-generated unicycle was owned by them." DMA Design lost the lawsuit, and, as a result, Nintendo had to terminate production of further Unirally cartridges. According to Daly, the deal was that Nintendo wouldn't make any more carts, so Unirally only sold the 300K initial run. Uniracers has gotten a cult following, and is considered to be an underrated classic on the SNES.
You shouldn't be seeing gameplay now.
Yeah, it's going.
Echo going, you know.
Yep, you're on your own.
Fire neck two-player?
Nope.
Are you shitting me?
Nope.
Let's see if I can do a roll, Dino. Do a roll. Do a roll. Barrel roll. Barrel roll. Do it again. Don't you lag off on me. Oh shit. Full roll.
This gameplay brought to you by Battletoads.
Is it going out smooth? I'm fucking lost, Dino. Stop with that shit. Alright, this time at least I'll pick two-player. I can't believe I'm one player. Back up. Back up. Not forward. Exit. There. Now I got two players. Alright. Oh my god. Do I want to play this? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, what the fuck? I can already see a ramp up ahead of me. Yes. God. Oh shit! What? What? Fuck, I gotta go the other direction. Okay. Oh shit, go the other direction. Oh, go the other direction. Where are you going? Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. What? Wiping the fuck out. Oh shit. Where am I going? I don't even know. It's crazy. Your forward roll. Forward roll. Forward roll. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I tried to do 2. Shit. Shit. Where am I going, dude? What the fuck? It just goes back and forth. Back and forth. It's really fucking up. Oh shit. I don't know what to do. Oh, it goes the other direction too. Okay. So if I go the other direction, I can. Alright. Oh my god. Where the fuck am I going? Are you on your 3rd lap already? What the hell? You bastard. I had no fucking clue where I was going the whole time. That was so fucked up. Oh my god, where am I at?
You gotta watch the arrow at the beginning of the race.
I'm watching the arrow, but you know what? When I watch the arrow, it don't matter by the time it flips. I'm going, oh shit, let's go, oh shit, go the other direction. Oh shit, see, like, there it goes again.
Well, welcome you guys to the stream. I think that's
I can't believe this. I got totally raped on that track. That was just not even right at all. Look at my time! It's fucking terrible. Wow. I don't even deserve to play another map after that. That was terrible. Okay, what's this next one we got here? I don't like this already. I can just see it. I can see it. What? Now you fucking tell me. I'm over here. Oh, look at me spinning Rudy. Oh, Wipeout. Wipeout. Oh, yeah. What? I feel like I'm playing BMX shit. What? What? Tony Hawk. What? Triple twist! Double twist! I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just pulling buttons. Ah! Wipe out. Oh, we're going too much. Where you going? Back here. Oh shit! Spin already. Oh, that could have been a yeah! Woo! I was just fucking pushing buttons. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even care. I was just flipping, dipping, shit. Probably fucking not.
Go that way.
Yeah, I see the arrow. Oh my god. Where are we going? I want to flip! Forward roll. Forward roll. Forward roll. What? Slime? Man, what? Nickelodeon slime on this crap already? Really? Come on. Oh yeah, you want forward roll? You want forward roll? Oh yeah. You know I do. What? Oh, I did a front flip, back flip. Do whatever flip you want, okay? Do it, do it, do it, do it. Forward roll. Forward roll. Back. Oh, hey. Damn it. I'm doing forward rolls right now. Oh, slide. Slide. I just do front flips almost like the whole damn map. As long as I don't have to turn around. Just sit there flipping. Flip, 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 flip. Oh my god, I went back. Happened there. This is where I'm gonna get my ass whooped, really, I can see. What? Bump me back in. Oh, hey! I've actually figured out the track. There we go. I'm trying to figure it out finally. Yeah, this took me a while. Oh shit. Oh, I did a twist! I did a twist, Gino! I'm happy. What the? Nice lap. Gino! Gino's got the arrows. Gino's got the arrows.
Battletoads and Double Dragon, the Ultimate Team is a 1993 beat-em-up developed by Rare and published by Trade West. It was originally released for the NES, and later ported to the Sega Mega Drive/Genesis, Super NES, and Game Boy. The Ultimate Team is a crossover of both Technos Japan's Double Dragon and Rare's own Battletoads game franchises, although Technos had little or no credited involvement in the production of the game outside of the Double Dragon license. The game features the characters from the Double Dragon series, Billy and Jimmy Lee, 2 young martial arts experts. Also included are the 3 humanoid toad protagonists from the Battletoads game. It is also the first Battletoads game to feature all 3 toads as playable characters. The game's engine and design are directly based upon the Battletoads series. The player has a choice of 5 playable characters, Billy and Jimmy Lee from Double Dragon, and Zitz, Pimple, and Rash from Battletoads. The player must then proceed through 7 stages, kicking and punching each enemy that comes on screen. A boss is included at the end of each stage, challenging the player before they can progress to a higher level of the game. With 2 players, the continues are overlapping. Whenever one player continues, then both players have to start at the beginning of the level. This is the opposite of games like Contra, where a strong player can tow a weak player along to advanced levels. In Battletoads and Double Dragon, a weak player will hold a strong player back. The initial NES version of the game features 3D scrolling and other advanced special effects not commonly found on the console. The Game Boy version is similar to the NES version, but it is only for 1 player. The sprites are the same size although the screen is smaller, leaving less room for movement, and the 3D effects were removed. The later Mega Drive/Genesis and Super Nintendo versions of the game are quite similar, the only differences being the SNES version has better graphics and higher quality sound, while the Sega version runs smoother, features more music tracks, has sharper sprites for the toads, and more comical reactions from defeated enemies.
Alright, well let me load up this game and we'll play some Double Dragon Battletoads. This should be interesting. If anybody remembers this game, this was a classic beat 'em up around that time. Kind of jam out with the little Battletoads. Two-player beat 'em up. There you go, Gino. Alright. I get bit. Actually, you know what? How about Jimmy? I'm gonna do Jimmy this time. I ain't gonna do Billy. I'll do Jimmy. That way, at least I got someone in red. Oh shit! He came right. Get over here. Oh yeah! Get that one up, Gino. There you go.
Now we can't hit each other.
Hey, I want to punch you. I still hit you. I still threw you around. See, look, what? Come here. Hey, damn you! What you doing?
They can't hit me.
Oh, okay, well, what the hell? How can it look like I hit you earlier?
I'm flying around.
Oh, okay. Hey, Dino, watch this. Whee! Yeah. Recon. Oh, you fucker! Come here, you bitch! Wow! Oh, it's all good, Swag. I figured you were busy. Yeah, you want some of this? You want some of this? I don't know if I'll be on tonight for DOA, but we'll have to see. Oh, come on. Get up here. Get up here. Oh my god, they're double teaming me. Help! Cellular then! Oh! Fucking. Oh shit, what was that? Fuck you. Hey, Tosh is giving you shit about getting zits. What? Oh god, here we go, here we go, here we go. Run around, run around. Go! Here we go. Oh! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, we got one more. Run, run. Okay, get it. Oh. One more time. Oh, yeah.
Damn, I can't hit it.
Here we go. Run upstairs. Oh, I forgot we got to find a Bobo again. Gotta find a Bobo again. Come on, Jim. Oh, yeah? You want some? Oh, no, he's hit me. Yeah, that's right, Bobo. Now what? Huh? Oh, shit. kick. Oh, God. Tell me about, what was that? Left 4 Dead 4? That's what you know? Yes, we do. That was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, what the fuck? Get off me! Oh, Jesus, they're double teaming me. Get up. Get the hell down. Like that. Like that. Oh, I see what that is. Okay. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Show your rook. Oh, I got one. You need one now, Dino. Get it. Ow, ow. Oh, the crap. Oh, that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty cool. What the hell? Can I not hit this dude? Batter up. Oh. Batter up. Oh, shit. Get down. It's like a pogo stick. Get down, boy. Ow, 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 stop it. Oh, you look. I want my stick back. Come here. Oh, no. Get on. Get down in the ground. Now. There we go. What? Oh, I hate this.
Oh, shit.
Hell. This is what happens when I get killed, you know?
God.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Dino. Speeders. Let's go. What the hell? Is that all this is? We're just sitting here. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh my God. Eventually it's going to get faster. I know it is. It did this in Battletoads. Oh God, there it is. There it is. Ooh. Back kick, front kick, front kick. Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey, buddy, what's good? Oh, what's good? Get kicked in the face. Come here. What's good? Kick the face again. Oh, hey, quit punching me in my butt. Get out of here.
Yeah, look at my foot.
That's what you call notcool.com. Get out of here. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. How are we missing all those?
I don't know.
I like it. Whenever it pauses like this, it gets scary because you never know what to expect. Okay, here we go. Now we're starting to get the obstacles again. Yeah, I just about bit one of them, at least. What did Eureka say on the last day? I didn't even check it out.
Get down on the ground now. Please don't be spelling Nazis.
Remember this guy?
Yeah.
Ow!
Ah! Get off me! Oh, shit.
Show you looking! I didn't think I was playing Street Fighter. Get!
Oh!
Quit sitting on me!
Smell, dude!
Oh shit! He just sat on me, Dino. And it wasn't good. He's gonna sit on me again? He's gonna sit! Oh, no.
That's one bad downside to this game. If one of us dies, we go back to the start.
So you mean we gotta go through the whole speedster stage all over again?
Yes, sir.
Wow, this is what I love about retro games.
When you die,
you go back. You die, you go back. Turn me down, Oh, now what the hell, Gino? You weren't even prepared for that one, were you?
No, wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that happens.
This speeder stage is actually easier than it is in the original Battletoads and Battlemaniacs.
Yeah, it is. I noticed that because I mean, at first it goes easy in the Battletoads speedster stage and then it gets harder. You'll start to turn up on the speed.
Get off my stinky foot!
My stinky foot.
Ow! Oh, you did.
I like that face, huh? Yeah.
Fuck off!
Okay. What we got? Oh, you know what? We gotta be careful about you dying this next time.
Yep.
That's it. Oh yeah. Jumping with style. Gotta do it up. Hey, come here. Alright, let me take a little bit here. You just try to stay back. Get down. Ah, quit sitting on me. Ah. Get off. Get off me. Oh, God. I'm not a pancake, okay? Stop it.
God damn.
What do you think? Probably till about 15 more minutes and we'll shut her down.
Yeah.
Ivan Hireman Stewart's Super Off-Road is an arcade video game released in 1989 by Leland Corporation. The game was endorsed by professional off-road racer Ivan Stewart. Virgin Games produced several home versions in 1990. In 1991, a NES version was later released by Leland's Traduos subsidiary, followed by versions for most major home formats, including NES, Sega Genesis, Sense, Amiga and MS-DOS. In the game, up to 3 players, 4 in the NES version through use of either the NES satellite or NES for score, compete against each other for the computer in racing around several top-view indoor off-road truck tracks of increasing difficulty. There are 8 different tracks, 12 in the SMS version and 16 in the Sense, and 99 races altogether. All races are raced more than once. First place results earn the player points to continue in the championship and money with which to upgrade their truck or buy more nitro. The goal is to reach the end of the season with the most money earned. Continues are available, but whereas players can get extra money in the arcade version, in the home versions, the player's money is reset to 0. This is one of the first games where the player could upgrade his or her vehicle by earning points or money, although in Atari Games Sprint series, one could upgrade their racer using wrenches, a system that is used in many racing games today.
The Spectrum version of the game was voted number 47 in the Your Sinclair Reader's Top 100 Games of All Time. The game was ranked the 35th best game of all time by Amiga Power. Megatech gave the game a score of 83%. In the original arcade game, the red, blue and yellow CPU trucks were driven by Madman Sam Powell, Hurricane Earl Stratton and Jammin' John Morgan, respectively. The names were taken from the development staff. Sam composed the music, and Earl and John were two of the software programmers. The track pack added Steamin' Steve High and Hot Rod John Rose, representing graphics and project direction, respectively. By using these names, this meant that further licensing deals were not required. The Super NES version was notable for prominently featuring the Toyota brand. The name and logo were displayed on various tracks, and pre-race music was inspired by the "I Love What You Do For Me" Toyota jingle that was used by the company's marketing campaign at the time of the game's release. This version also lacked any licensing or reference to Ivan Stewart, replacing him instead with the late Mickey Thompson in the gray truck. The next version does have the Toyota label on its cartridge art, but otherwise the AD is not present.
Oh, yeah. No, Eureka, turtles will be for another day. Sorry, girl.
We have a whole session we're going to do with turtles. We're going to do from like the beginning versions of, what was it you said? Nintendo we're going to start out with?
Nintendo 1, 2, and 3. Go to Super Nintendo, Tournament Fighters, both Super and Genesis, then on to the arcade Turtles in Time.
You got to hit select, you know. Ah, shit. Damn it. What the hell? Want me to restart it? What was that? I couldn't see the comment.
You need to stop practicing your head bob. Wow, off-road is old.
Yeah, you're kidding me, dude. You're talking, what was it, Gino? Like, I'd say early 90s. We'll restart it. That way you can actually get in here because I don't like doing this. I don't like playing that game by myself. That just would not
You
be.
don't like playing by yourself.
It depends on what kind of context you're talking about. But other than that, you know, hey. There you go. All right, push select. There you go.
Whatever.
Rick, okay. You did the same thing I did. That was pretty good. I don't know. What? Oh my god. I forgot how to play this game.
Here I am. Oh,
Shit, I'm getting hit here. Oh, I'm the red truck. Go.
okay, that's backwards. Here we go.
Give me more. The computer's kicking our ass right now. Hey. the hell we hit nitro? Oh, that's how you hit nitro. All right. Now I'm almost top in top speed and acceleration, and I still can't beat this dude. Oh my god.
Fuck. Whoa!
Oh! Oh, that was awesome. Oh, wow, that was close. I just about hit somebody.
Oh, I got knocked off the track.
Where did you go? That wasn't cool. That was not cool. They knocked you completely off the track. Oh my god. Wipe out.
Oh shit.
Well, that was a good retro game reviews.
Yeah, well, okay, with Uniracers, what did you think about that one?
Uniracer itself was a good game, but I did feel like it was probably a little repetitive. If it wasn't because of the actual tracks itself, it would have made it like really repetitive.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, well, see, the each track is different because I mean you've got the stunt tracks, just the straight up drags. You've got the loopy loops and all them other things and whatnot.
right.
And actually, it was made to compete with to show that the Super Nintendo could do the same speed as the Genesis and its blast processing.
Well, yeah, I remember that because back in the early 90s, that's what they were fighting about, kind of like now with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, which is now it's about resolutions. This is not about processing speed, it's about resolutions. And now they're using the numbers. It's the whole number game itself. So, I mean, even Super Nintendo back around that time stated most of their games, and if you remember right, F-Zero is one of the games that kind of showed the Genesis, hey, you know, we may not have blast processing, but look at this game and you tell me if that one isn't, if not as more visually appealing than most of your games or what you put on your console,
Yeah.
which was, you know, in my opinion, top notch with F-Zero. It was extremely fast and it had a really good arcade feel. So, I mean, Uniracers had that fast-paced action, which I do like. But unless you knew what you were doing, I kind of felt like, considering the fact that when I jumped into the game, it was fun. It was more fast-paced action. You kept going. And it didn't feel like to me, though, that some of the stunts of what you were doing, it kind of felt, of course, I didn't know exactly what I was doing. Maybe if I understood some of the moves, it would have made more sense to me what kind of stunts to do to get more points, kind of like Tony Hawk. That's a good explanation. The harder the stunts, the more the points. And having a stunt racing game kind of throws me off a bit, because then you're like, well, I want to do stunts, but then you're like, oh crap, I got to race too. So you got to do your stunts and you got to race at the same time. So I don't know. It seems like a pretty decent game. I wouldn't say it's like a great game. Kind of like one of those rentals. It's definitely a rental game. If you're ever able to, if we were back in the 90s and it just came out and you had to pay $60, I'd tell somebody to rent it. That would be my opinion instead of like buying it.
Yeah, now see, on me, I'm just the opposite. I grew up playing that game at a friend's house and whatnot, and I had a blast with it. I mean, when I finally found it again, then I picked right up on it again. But to me, it's one of those hidden gems of the SNES. Once you get the control scheme down, because I mean it could go as fast as Sonic on the Sega Genesis and whatnot. It had the cool visuals. It also had a unique way of racing. Like Blazin said, you had the stunts, but you were racing as little animated unicycles to begin with.
I mean, I like the direction they were going, just because I don't think I've seen really anybody else try to do something like that. I mean, now, I don't know if you know this, Gino, but they had I think it's a motorcycle game to where it's supposed to be racing, but not like Uniracers, but everything else.
Yeah.
So they're trying to come out with a game to kind of compete, maybe like Uniracers, but it has nothing to do with stunts, which I think Uniracers was unique in that manner by bringing out the actual stunts in the racing to kind of make it more, how can I say this, a little more hard towards a gamer, because then you're not only focusing on one objective, you can also do two, which increases the factor of you winning the match.
Yeah.
So I mean, it brings that element into the game that can make it really special. Now I see where you're going at with it. I mean,
yeah, as far as, you know, just picking up the game day one, whatnot, and going into it, yeah, and you're a little kid, yeah, you're going to get super frustrated with this game.
Yeah, I mean,
because not only can the computer kick your ass, but not being able to figure out the buttons right away will also hinder your progress in the game.
But otherwise, I mean, I would say, Gino, that I think I would give the game review, if we had the 1 out of 10 system, I would give it basically like a 7. I give it a 7. 7's not a bad number for the Uniracers. I think it's definitely one of them games that could be, like you said, a gem if you really took the time to play it. But if you're just getting the game and you're trying to figure it out, it will get frustrating, but you're going to have to take time to play it. Yeah. That's basically what it stems down to.
And see, like I said, I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. Since you were just starting out playing it, yeah, you got your view on it that, yeah, it's hard to play and whatnot, just getting into it. But like with me, yeah, it's not my favorite one, but I love playing it from time to time. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Now, as far as Battletoads and Double Dragon.
Oh, God, you're going to talk to me about this one. Okay, well, we'll make this quick and sweet, because here pretty soon I'm going to have to hit the sack because wife needs to go to bed. But Double Dragon itself. Now, this is probably the 20th time that I've played the game itself when it comes to the Super NES. But going back to it, like Gene and I were stating earlier, the 2-player A mode, not fun. No, it's not fun. I mean, it is fun to a point if you're wanting a good laugh. But if you're trying to get past different stages, unless you communicate with each other and you're separating each other from the different parts of the stage, don't do it. I mean,
go to the 2-player B mode.
Yeah, go to the 2-player B, which can be more exciting for you, and you can last longer, and hopefully finish the game without any frustration. The graphics in general of the game for its time was really good. It felt like maybe on some parts of the hit detection, like when I had the stick, it felt like I was a little slower poking at somebody, but I don't know if you felt like that when you had Zits.
Yeah.
For me, when I had Billy, I was sitting there trying to poke somebody in the face with a stick, and it felt like I was, it was like basically trying to jam it into a wall, but even though I was going in slow motion, just trying to hit somebody. But, the game in general has good physics. It doesn't really go over the top, but it's good enough to where when you have a 2D side-scroller beat-em-up, it accomplishes just that. The fun factors there. I'm trying to remember a lot of the main factors of the beat-em-ups. What I grew up with was the ability to factor in maybe some special moves, and I wasn't doing any special moves, but considering the fact that I was doing like basics, if you ever tried to jump into this game, you had the ability to where, you would love it right off the bat. Yeah. So, it's one of them games I would consider probably an 8 out of 10. I know that's maybe being a little bit biased just because of the simple fact that I do like beat 'em ups, but this one, it does have that feel, and the stages don't just go side to side. Sometimes it feels like it kind of crosses it up a little bit and you're going more into a diagonal pattern map, you know, when you're on a battle station or whatever, instead of going flat and going side to side. So
as far as the beat 'em ups go, you know, it's a good title and whatnot. It crosses both Battletoads, which was short lived, sorry to say, and Double Dragon, which is still going on as far as the 360 version that came out.
right.
But the one main complaint I had about the game was that, okay, yeah, with the three Toads, you had all their moves. Their moves are simple. You're either double tapping the run button to run into them, and then hit your attack button and your jump button. That's all they do.
Right.
But as far as the Double Dragon aspect of it, you didn't have any of their special moves. All you had was a punch and a jump kick. That's it. You didn't have the spinning kick and whatnot like you have from the other games.
Right.
So on that aspect, I'd probably give it about a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Now,
I mean,
Super Off-Road.
Okay, now we're getting into this game. All right, let me just say this right now on Off-Road. I like the physics. I like how the game went. But giving a computer that amount of nitros when you first start, that is just ludicrous, in my whole opinion. That's just stupid. I don't understand why they made one computer hard. They should have at least balanced the computers enough to where, you know, having like maybe 7 nitros at start, okay, that's great. That's fine. But then when you release all those nitros, you're done from that standpoint. So the power-ups on that whole map were good. But the controls, how did you feel about controls? Because controls to me felt like it was a little stiff.
The controls they were more loose for me. I mean, when I played Off-Road, see, I've never played the Super Nintendo version of Off-Road. I always played the arcade version.
Right.
And I loved that part of the game. I mean, it was just all around. I mean, when you turn the steering wheel, your car actually turned. You didn't overcorrect and whatnot. Here, you're using either the damn joystick or the D-pad to play it, so it's kind of loose. But I do agree with you, the damn computer was way too freaking hard. Too many freaking nitros, and it seems like he was over top speed on both his acceleration and his top speed area.
Now,
on the Super Nintendo version of it, I don't recommend it. I mean, if you're a casual gamer, maybe, but I'd give this one about a 3 out of 10.
I mean, for me, I think the game itself, if you had more than 2 people, I would say at least 4 to be max. If you have 4 people, the game will be great. But like Gene said, if you have the ability to where they're gonna OP the computer, it makes the game to where you don't even want to play it. Just for the simple fact that if you have that many nitros, and it depends upon too, you don't even know how much the computer has maxed out on the engine itself. We know how much nitro it is. I don't even have to go over that. Shocks, tires, acceleration. So, I mean, when you have all of those into factor, it really will drive the gamer to where he'll either throw a controller, which I have done at a younger age. I'm not going to deny that I haven't done.
I'm guilty too.
And I probably went through a few. Now, the only ones that I can remember, and you remember this too, the NES block controller, you could throw that and it's like a boomerang. You could bring it right back to you. I mean, you just like and bring it right back. But I mean, says, hey, Gene's audio doesn't work. Gino, your audio doesn't work. And Trav, everything in the background, but not Gene or in the game. Gino, they can't hear you.
Oh, that's not my fault. It's on your end.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying.
Well, you'll be able to check it out on my YouTube channel. I'll be posting this up later on. So
that's right. So I mean, one way or the other, I look at it as Off-Road itself. It's a decent game. It's not one of those exceptional games that I would just pick up. She called you a dork, but anyway, it's one of those exceptional games that I definitely wouldn't be paying $60 for. If I saw it maybe on a clearance aisle, if I was back in the 90s for $20, yeah, I might pick it up just for shits and giggles for a good laugh. But other than that, I mean, I would consider this game maybe a 5 out of 10. I wouldn't considering a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 for me is basically like taking a shit on it. Well, so I don't know if I could take a shit on it.
And see, my aspect of the reason why I give it a 3 out of 10 is because I love the arcade version. It is so much superior, and that's where I'm coming from. Is that, yeah, I mean, they did a good effort in getting the game onto the Super Nintendo, but the problem is they made the damn computer way too freaking hard. In the arcade version, the top player, which usually was the gray truck, actually grew as you went. And it was always just a hair faster until you topped out your truck. Then you could start to overtake it. So.
Well, the thing was that was really funny, too, and you noticed this whenever I was topping out my truck, and I was getting second place most of the time.
Yeah, you had max speed and max acceleration, and you still couldn't.
I still couldn't keep up with him. The only way that I was going to keep up with him is take all the money that I had, and it was like, I think, 1,000 per nitro, so I have to put all of my money into nitro.
And
that's it.
And that's the kicker. Each one, for the player, each one was just 1 nitro. So you could only have a max of 10 where he had 80.
Right. So I don't understand that factor, but, you know, like I said, that's why I wouldn't consider Off-Road to be one of those really hot titles. I would consider something upon the lines. If you want to have a good laugh with a buddy and you want to piss him off one time, yeah, that's a good game to put in just to see what kind of reaction he'll have. But, or he or she, depending upon, you know, what goes on. So, with that being said, I think that's going to finish up our retro game reviews for the night. Definitely appreciate everybody coming in and watching the stream, whoever was here, especially the moderators. I think Tosh has been here the whole time.
Yeah, Tosh has been here the whole time. We got her, we got me in there, and there's one other person that might be that one guy you know that's still in here, but I don't know.
There you go. Guess what, Tosh? Now, if you look, you got a cool title. Check that out, just like Gino does. Now you're a moderator. Okay, well, anyway, I definitely appreciate everybody being in here, and we'll eventually be doing more of this retro game reviews once me and Gino decide which next game we're going to pull up on the stream, and we'll go from there.
And hopefully we can get all these bugs worked out and whatnot, and get my audio working.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That's you, not me.
All right. So, otherwise, I will catch you all here very, very soon. Otherwise, you guys have a good night.
Help me out now.